Everyone is bouncing. We are rolling. Yo, it's rolling. Episode 10.
Episode 10.
Pew, 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 pew. We actually made it through 10 episodes.
We did.
Which is kind of impressive.
We did.
I don't want to say I'm surprised. I'm not actually, because I enjoy doing this and we've been talking about it for so long.
Yeah.
But I'm happy that we
I got some
yeah, you have some shit in your beard.
Of course.
Yeah, you do.
What a perfect day.
Oh yeah, you gotta.
Is it still there? This is perfect.
Yeah.
This is why I shouldn't eat chicken salad.
Well, maybe not chicken. Yeah, maybe not chicken salad. Maybe something a little.
I'm gonna do it again.
Yeah, maybe not chicken salad.
That's great.
Yeah, it's fine. Maybe we'll cut it. Maybe.
It's kind of funny.
I think it'll be. Yeah, I was like, perfection. Okay, episode 10. What are we drinking? What? Actually, y'all, we're shooting during the day.
We are, so it's different. It feels different.
This is a little different. It's late nights with Oko Koko, but today is the daytime shot because we're busy tomorrow.
We are busy tomorrow, yeah.
So usually we shoot on Wednesdays. Today is Tuesday, and it was booked earlier. It was booked tonight.
Yeah.
So it's 3 o'clock, and it's late night, and we are drinking. Okay,
giving you a show.
Yo, these late nights got me acting a fool. I stepped in on my boom, like in the way that I move. I ain't playing around with fools.
Okay, give me the show. Okay, what are we drinking? Midnight Moon Watermelon.
Moonshine.
Oh, fun. Moonshine.
Yes, I'm from the South.
Yes, we can tell.
I'm a good old Southern nigga. Don't let the looks fool you. Whatever that means. And I was raised with uncles who loved moonshine. Now they was drinking that real shit.
Moonshine made in the bathtub.
It ain't prohibition. I'm not that old.
Okay, I didn't know.
Shit.
I mean, I thought that's what you said.
But no, that was during prohibition pretty much. But they making it in ways, well, what I know is that they get like a big cooler.
Okay.
And I think they stir it all. What I vividly remember, my grandmother and them would never let me go partake. I was never like the grandchild or the boy that they allowed to do shit like that.
Yeah, because you would probably snitch.
And I don't think I ever gave it. My grandmother would have my boy cousins go outside, and she would say to me, "You stay inside and watch The Young and the Restless."
You say something. She could tell.
You watch the soap operas. Go tell us what Victor Newman is doing.
So this is what you should be doing.
So my uncles and them love moonshine, but this is a white LA version of moonshine.
Midnight moonshine. I'm ready.
Let's see how it tastes.
Cheers.
Do your thing. Are you not going to do your thing?
Oh,
perfect.
You take yours.
Stop doing that.
No, you take this one, and then sometimes I forget.
You did it twice.
And then you be remembering, and then you just don't want to do
it.
It is my thing. Midnight moonshine. Sponsor us. Moonshine's for Black people.
Crafted for those with nothing to prove. Well, let me read the back of it. Crafted for those with nothing to prove. Midnight Moon is the defiant spirit for the rebel in all of us.
You better hire that copywriter. Ooh, man, someone's gonna. Let's see how we feel about this.
I like this.
Oh yeah, that's good.
That's
actually very good.
Yeah.
Okay, that's actually really good. That's the live taste test. Okay, on camera reaction.
This is one of the best ones I've had.
This is probably the best one we've had so far.
Mm-hmm.
Midnight Moonshine Watermelon. I like watermelon stuff, but this is really good.
I got it from Ramirez. Shout out to Ramirez Liquor Store in Boyle Heights.
The big one?
Yeah, the big one. Mm-hmm. They're good.
Yeah, they are. This is good. I like that. I love a big like liquor emporium type place. That's a good spot for me. I like it there. It's a safe place.
All right, so where are we going? Are you going first?
No, you're going first, and I'm grabbing my phone because, of course, I don't have it.
All right, I want to do a Am I Wrong conversation because I like those with you.
Okay.
And I think that you will like, I really am interested in what you and I have to say. I am interested because for our audience, but I'm sure the audience understand this because we all have relationships with people like this. There are conversations that I have with you that helps me figure out where I stand about it.
Sure.
That's the great thing about throwing stuff to where when you were saying something, I said, I disagree. Or I actually see what you're saying.
Or I didn't see it like that.
Right. And I just need a little help with, I don't know what I think about this. So this is from the subreddit, Am I Wrong? This is from a 15-year-old girl who's 17 years old. And she says, the question is, am I wrong for refusing to follow the religion of my family?
No.
Here's her thing. When I was younger, I was a devout Christian and my family was very extreme Christians. I stopped being Christian when I was 9 because I realized I was bisexual. Obviously, I didn't know a word for it, but you get it, which caused me a lot of mental conflict. And I decided I had to choose the Lord or myself. That wasn't easy, of course, but over the years and the brief attempt to just stop being gay, which is obviously impossible, I realized the religion kind of isn't just for me in general, and I enjoy life not being religious. But lately, my dad has been extremely persistent on me going back to the Lord. and it's really, really getting to my head. I don't know. I haven't been able to make my own choices. I usually just fold to what people say, but I really just want to be religious. I really don't want to be religious again. I'm not happy that way. At the same time, my dad is my dad. So should I just wait until I am an adult in a couple of months? Or am I wrong for telling him I absolutely don't want to, even though he keeps asking?
Girl, you are not wrong. Fuck your dad.
At 17?
Yeah, fuck him. Like, you know you're bisexual. You know your dad's religious.
And she's not religious.
I'm assuming that you told your father that you were bisexual. And I'm assuming that he did the thing that they do sometimes where they be like, are you sure? I won't say which aunt of mine keeps asking me if she keeps... I get asked to this day, is my homosexuality a phase? Are you sure? I still get asked this. So, yeah.
I felt like this conversation was going go honest, but go on, keep going.
Like fuck your dad, or like, you know, if he wants you to go to church. I mean, if he's holding something over your head, maybe like paying for a degree or paying for some bills, and maybe your livelihood is up in the air, I still say fuck your dad. But maybe then you should go to church, maybe, if that's gonna keep your day-to-day afloat, but still keep eating that puss, girl.
I don't think she's stopping there, but I do think
Don't stop.
She's 17.
I'm not gonna eat none.
She's 17, so that means she's not an adult. So there is a part of me that wonders, like, I mean, your parents unless they kick you out, which is horrible. And parents who kick out their children,
that happens all the time.
It's horrifying, and parents definitely do that.
They do that.
But I do think, though, there is a part of me that wonders, child, you gonna be 18 in a couple months. Put on the most rebel shit. Go to church. Think about pussy while you in it.
Yeah. Only again if your life is at like your lifestyle, whatever, is like kind of at risk.
And I can say that as a 34-year-old almost.
I moved out my house at 16. Girl, you figure it out. You can. It works.
So you're basically saying that she shouldn't give that to him.
I mean, I'm saying if you don't want to.
It's not like she feels pressured.
If you feel if he's just like, oh, you should go to church, and you're just like, nah, and he just keeps being persistent, maybe just keep saying nah, and if that's that, then maybe he'll get it sooner or later.
Yeah, I don't even get, when I read that, I think it's her own issue. Like, I think her dad is clearly religious.
Mm-hmm. But and trying to persuade his dog.
Yeah, but if he ain't drug her ass to the church house, then almost it's like, bitch, you don't have to go.
You don't have to go. You could just not go.
Because I was raised in a house where it wasn't like up for debate.
Oh, no, I remember when I told my mother I'm not going back. I do.
Incredible.
I do.
How old were you?
We were I was probably about 14, 15 years old when we were at CCC in Brooklyn. This big ass.
I almost thought you were going to say CC's Pizza.
No. We were at CCC, this big mega church in Brooklyn.
That's funny.
And we went, and there was a guest to the main preacher at CCC, because I'm sure it's the same guy. Black guy, mega huge church. Overflow rooms, huge church.
Was this B.B. Winans church?
Yes.
I thought so.
And so we were there, and it was a guest service, guest sermon, and this big old fat nigga pastor was up there blaming the gays for everything. And to like thousands of people. And I was sitting up in this church, like, I probably lasted maybe 20 minutes, 25, and I left. I got up and I left. And I said, and when my mother and I sat, and I was in the parking lot by the car, my mother and
she continued the service.
Yes. When they came back out.
Her and your sister.
I was like, I'm not going here again. She was like, why? I said, because they're bigots. This is awful. I'm not doing this. I will not be participating. And that was that.
Kudos to you.
I'm not doing this. I am grown. Or I'm too grown for this. I was 15 years old. I was like 15, 14. I was like, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this. This is hateful.
It is hateful.
I was like, this isn't even like, I don't know. I'm not fucking doing this.
I think that I will say, first of all,
I remember that very clearly.
That shows a fight for yourself inside of you.
Because I was still in the closet at the time.
Yeah, I mean, it shows that it's a fight for yourself inside of you. And I think that's worthy of like saying kudos to you. Wasn't my story. I didn't. Well, first of all, I like church. You know, I am the Church of Oko. I mean, I like church.
Yeah, that's fair.
So I listened to the preacher. Now, I never allowed the preacher to steal my sense of self. So when they would get up there and talk about homosexuality being a sin, I didn't believe it.
Oh, okay.
My spirit told me it wasn't true.
Okay.
Now, that doesn't mean that I didn't pray.
That says something about you.
For sure. I didn't believe it, but it didn't mean that I didn't pray at night to not be gay.
Oh, I did that too.
See, that's the thing. So I did two different things. Like, I didn't believe I was an abomination. And I knew I was an abomination. I wasn't an abomination because I've always could see the way people looked at me. I could see the light in my grandmother's eyes for me or my friends. And I knew.
I could see other fucking abominations.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not an abomination.
I was like, this is a mess. I was like, this is what you.
Kudos to you. So I think when I think of it like that little girl, and I'm saying little because she's just 17. You so young. Yeah, that's young. That girl who was born in what, 2007?
Don't say shit like that. Is that true?
Probably.
Yes.
Yes.
That was 17 years ago?
Yes. 17 years ago was 2007. 16 was 08. I mean, I would say to that girl, just keep doing you.
Yes, girl.
And fight for it. And you'll be grown soon, so fuck him.
Yeah, fuck your dad.
Fuck him.
You'll be grown real soon. He'll get over it too. Your relationship with your parents gets better. They usually. Or they die. Yeah. Realistically. It gets better or someone dies.
Someone dies.
Somebody
dies.
So,
my Lord.
I mean,
you better speak the truth.
It just is what it is at this
Let me drink this moonshine. Go on.
Okay. Okay. So I don't know. I love this time of year because it's award season, and everyone that I follow is like I feel like all I follow is people getting awards.
Very true.
And people who I follow a lot of like artists who are like behind the scenes of stuff.
Okay.
And a lot of, so it's like a lot of people who are getting awards and a lot of people who are on the teams of the people who are getting the awards.
Okay.
And a lot of people who are on the teams of the people who make them look good to get the awards.
Right.
Everyone is just like, because I'm following this one guy who did the photography for Robin Thede.
She looked great.
And she looked great at the Golden Globes, right?
She's beautiful.
So I'm scrolling through and I see him and his posts of the photos. And then I keep scrolling, I see Robin Thede. Right. And then I keep scrolling, I see Robin Thede's hair girl. Because I follow all of these people. And like, I just like, so everyone's working right now and it's a really cool time.
Niecy Nash won an Emmy last night.
And she said, I thank myself.
She said, I thank myself.
Okay.
I love Niecy Nash. She's Pisces. She's funny. She's shout out to a woman who can have two husbands and then realize that the love of her life, the next person will be a woman.
Yes.
Shout out to that person who can live in that truth.
She said, actually though.
She said the things have changed. All things come new. So I really, I thought, now you and I have talked privately because she won for that limited series in Dahmer that I will never see.
I will not watch Dahmer.
I have no idea and no interest in seeing
She must play somebody's mom.
She's, yeah.
Sure.
And do an incredible job. But Niecy, we are happy for you. We will not see it because I will not look at a white man eating up gay black men on any platform under any context.
While they call him attractive.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
No.
And what's the guy name? The actor? Not Evan Peters. Is it Evan Peters?
I don't know. There's been so much. There's so much Jeffrey. I feel like there's a lot.
They
of
all
Jeffrey
look
Dahmer.
alike too.
There's a lot of like the fed. No, there's a lot of stuff like the.
And that was a true story.
The serial killers, like
clearly.
oh no, of course, but like the serial killers, like the fetishization of serial killers, and it's always the white ones. Well, most serial killers are white. You know.
Happy Black History Month.
Happy Black History Prematurely. It's almost.
We'll see you
here.
next week.
We're gonna be doing some black shit.
We're gonna be doing some black shit, but that's true.
Damn it.
They do be serial killers.
They do.
They do be serial killers. They know they do.
They do.
Another quick look. I have a couple like highlights that just throw out. Janet Jackson is going on tour again with Nelly.
Okay.
Yeah, and the tour is called Together Again.
Sure.
I think that's a good bag for Nelly.
Oh, that's a great bag.
That's a great bag. That's a check.
Oh, that's a nice check for Nelly.
And if he got a baby on the way with Ashanti, that's a good check because I mean, Janet Demita Joe does have a loyal fan base.
Oh yeah, no, people will go see
love
Janet. I might go see Janet if my bag right.
I would go see Janet on any day, but I would really go see Janet and hear Nelly sing "Hot in Here,"
or
Air Force One.
So hot in here. Dilemma.
Well, he would need Kelly.
No, he wouldn't. You need a
Well, who's going to sing Dilemma? She's singing in
the
it.
backup track or Janet.
Could you imagine if Janet sing Kelly Rowland's part in Dilemma? That'd be so funny.
That would be so lit.
I would pay
I would
for
be
that.
lit. I would go see that. I would go see that.
Janet was here last year, and she was at the Hollywood Bowl. That is a good time. A chicken basket, weed, and listening to Nelly and Janet at the Hollywood Bowl. That's a great time.
A chicken basket and some weed. Oh.
That's a very good time. What else did I have on this highlight? Oh, Aaliyah would have been 45 today.
Today.
So on today, she's a Capricorn.
Oh, Cap City.
Cap City. Speaking of Cap City, round out, because last week's was your birthday. Mm-hmm. Round out, how was your birthday week, and what else did you do? Because you had so many good things. There were so many. I had beef with you at a Korean barbecue. I had a cake on this table for you that was bad, but it was nice.
It was okay.
And you had a house party that I did not come to.
No, you did not come to it.
I said, I'm done.
No, I used to be someone who didn't do anything for my birthday.
Right.
And then I realized that, and then I spent some birthday like by myself.
Right.
It was winter and it was shitty. And I was like, you know what? I'm not going to do this again. And so what the fuck I did, so last year was the first time I tried it. And I was like, let's do like a couple, the year before I was like, okay, let's just do a dinner. Had a nice little dinner.
That was cute.
That was cute.
It was cute.
And then the next year I was like, okay, let's do another dinner. But there's some people who I would like to see that I don't want to bring to dinner.
Did we go to dinner last year?
Yeah, we went to Hatchet Hall with Adrienne and Sean.
That was birthday. Mm-hmm. See, I think
during the tsunami.
Yes, a monsoon.
Monsoon. Crazy.
It was raining so bad that literally I would never forget being in an Uber and seeing like an Impala just floating. I said, I really gotta love a nigga to be out in Noah's Ark.
Well, I was driving and I was like, man, this rain is bad. And I'm driving and I was like, man, if everybody cancels, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna understand why.
The food was good.
It was good. Hatchet Hall's great. If you order,
that was a very cute, a hilarious birthday dinner.
Oh,
I was on 10 that dinner.
It was such a good time.
Funny. Adrienne was pregnant. She just got pregnant.
Mm-hmm. Such a good time.
Because we were looking at like seafood or like what she could and could not eat. And we shout out, we love you, Adrienne.
We do.
And,
and Sean.
And love Sean, and she wanted us to keep her name in it. Yeah, I finished with your party though.
Oh, so then this year I was like, okay, let's do the same thing. My finance has been a little funny, so I was like, all right, word. How do I do the things and do the things? Mm-hmm. And a couple weeks before I decided to have a party, before to do anything, we had decided that we was going to do a birthday episode.
We did. We
decided that.
Thanks to Matt and Nicole for coming.
Thanks to Matt and Nicole. They were lit last week. That episode's super funny.
Very funny.
That episode's super funny. And so we were like, okay. So my birthday was on Tuesday. So we went to dinner. Yeah. The four of us. Korean barbecue. Great time. If you haven't had Korean barbecue, go to it. But you have to go to the all-you-can-eat Korean barbecue. Korean barbecue that's not all-you-can-eat doesn't make sense to me. Not really. So
who love to eat, can I tell you how I was so tired of eating? I left, as you know.
You did eat. Yeah, we weren't even there that long.
Long after me?
No, we weren't there that long in total.
And I still left.
Yeah, you still left. Like, we were not there that long.
I said, what is my part to pay? I'll see you later.
Korean barbecue's so good because you get all the food you can eat. And like
the funny part was the lady knowing that we were
for
black
like $30
and adding the seasoning.
Oh, that was hysterical.
That was
because
funny.
So at the Korean barbecue spot, depending on the one you go to, the one we went to, they don't really super season up the chicken. Other things are seasoned up pretty well, but the chicken isn't. But they have these things, and when I've gone before, I throw some of the seasonings, like the sauces and stuff, on the chicken while it's cooking, so that I don't have no unseasoned ass fucking chicken. And when I was like, hey, can I get a couple more of these trays? She knew goddamn well I didn't want everything that was on the tray. I just wanted the one that was the seasoning so that I could cook that chicken. And she knew because all the niggas that come up in there be asking for more of the seasoning.
She knew it. But they know niggery.
They do.
They know niggery. Now,
Black people up in here. They were like, I love me some unlimited for a set price. That's a great setup.
I had a roommate years ago that told me that when she worked Well, you know how black people, I be dealing with, I hate black people and bills and tips and splitting checks and all that shit. Yeah. You know, I can't fucking stand that shit. And I cannot fucking stand that shit. Kudos to you because you're at a different place in life, because the first couple years of our friendship was you ranting after work about some black person that had fucking not tipped you right.
Or foreigner.
But if it was black, it really got a good rant.
Oh
from you.
yeah, because the black people, I'm
On
like,
the
yo, my
telephone.
nigga, like I'm black too. Like how you gonna shit on me too? The fuck? You can't leave. You gonna not tip Susie Chapstick? All right, sure. But you gonna you see me? I'm just like fucking you. You gonna shit on me too? Fuck you, nigga.
Tip people.
Tip people.
You taught me that. Tip people because I come from people who like
From niggas I would be cussing out.
You know you would be cussing. Imagine. You would be cussing me and my family.
Yeah.
Let's be very honest.
You come from niggas who I would be cussing out. That's what I said. From niggas I would be cussing out. Yes.
I told you for years. I've said this to you for years. But when you were working in the restaurant thing, I said to you that you had helped me gain insight into. Listen, you have to pay your bills
just because of the way that it works, the way the system is set up.
I never thought any of that.
Yeah.
I didn't have to have you in mind.
Mm-hmm.
I just never had to have you in mind because I didn't have a friend or I had never had a life where I had to have you in mind. So meeting you really, and I've always said this to you, it really was like a revelation for me where it was like, oh, okay, you should have the person in mind. And there is a code of ethics to it.
Yeah.
Like,
if you don't want to tip, order it to go.
Right.
Cook.
Mm-hmm.
Have it take out. You know what I'm saying? If you don't want to tip, order that shit to go and take it with you. That's perfectly fine.
So before we wrap that up, I want to ask you something about that. What is the bare minimum of like tipping? What should one do for our audience?
15%.
That's just bare.
If you should tip 15%. If you are at a restaurant, I'm not really talking about because tipping culture has kind of evolved over the last couple of years, and now everybody wants a fucking tip.
McDonald's.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. Yeah, no,
Fuck you.
there's a bunch of stuff that like people. Now the tipping model has moved into more places as though it makes up for the shitty pay that for the shitty wages. And so, but when you are sitting down and you have a server who's bringing this shit to you, he's refilling your drinks, they're giving you napkins, they're bringing your sides, they're doing all this shit. That is the service that you tip for. You don't tip for the food. You already got food. Like, the food is you pay for the if you don't want to tip, just order it to go.
That's it.
Or you go to a Korean barbecue spot where you know exactly what the fuck everyone is going to pay.
True.
Exactly what it's going to cost. You still need to tip. And actually, they include it where we were at. They include the tip. But like you need to, but like go somewhere where it's a flat rate but you need the tip. I understand not wanting no variation in there or not being, like, oh, I want to pay for this, I want to pay for this. I don't really like that, but I maybe some part of me gets it. But yeah, tip your servers.
I agree. So I'm going to ask you where you want to go first. Do you want to talk about Ozempic, or do you want to talk about Lil Nas X, or do you want to talk about
Ozempic?
Okay, well, let's go to Ozempic. One quick thing. I want to talk about Lindsay Lohan for a little bit.
Okay.
So Lindsay Lohan, Mean Girls.
Yes, I love Mean Girls.
It came out Monday? It was not Monday.
Friday. Probably Friday.
Monday, Lord. On Dr. King Day. I have a dream, bitches.
Yeah.
Well, Lindsay Lohan wasn't too happy about a line that they say in the film. They say the movie is all about Easter egg like jokes. So it's things about the other movie.
So you needed to watch the first. You really need to watch the first one.
Or you need to just know the actors, because this wasn't what she's upset about. I don't think was in the first one.
Okay.
But it's related to her. Well, there is a line where they mention the word fire crotch.
Oh yes.
Is that from the first one?
No.
Okay. Well, she was not happy about that.
Who said that Lindsay Lohan had a fire crotch?
Brandon Davis.
Who is that?
Brandon Davis was like a person who told TMZ in 2006 on a rant
that she had like a rant.
He went to talking about her sexuality, like her body parts.
Sure.
And he said fire crotch. And from that, it became like, supposedly, like a fodder for her, people calling her fire crotch.
Yeah. No, when you said fire crotch, I was like, oh yeah, that's Lindsay Lohan.
And she's not happy about that.
Sure.
Now, Real T, I had never heard of Brandon Davis. And Real T,
I don't know who that is.
Being in the trenches for this fucking podcast, I didn't even know that Lindsay was being called fire crotch.
I knew that Lindsay was being called fire crotch. I thought that fire crotch. Well, young me, because this was a long time ago.
2006.
Yeah. So like young me thought that fire crotch was that she was a redhead. That the drapes match the curtains. No, well, adult me says fire crotch sounds more like you have like crabs.
I think they meant her color hair, though. I think it's red.
Well, fire crotch sounds like you have an itchy crotch.
Which is why it upsets her, because it goes all type of ways.
Yeah, it's like...
But I think this guy was meaning it as just she was a redhead. It's like when I call redhead men ginger snappers.
I'm going to go see Mean Girls.
You want to go see it?
Yeah, I'm going to go see it. I like Renee Rapp. I think she's really fun.
I meant to say something about Renee. I meant to send you this clip. Renee singing Jasmine Sullivan.
I'm sure she did well.
In love with another man?
Oh,
Honey.
You know what? I tell you what I like Renee
Honey.
Rapp. She did it.
In love with another man.
Yeah.
And it was like, and if I'm saying this, you fucking know she did it. Because I wouldn't even be spending
I
time
know she
giving
did
her
well.
credit.
She sings well. She's like, I like Renee Rapp.
Now, she did do, it's funny that this taking this turn. She did do a interview on Sunday on Watch What Happens Live with Andy Cohen, where she got in a little heat because she said, and you would agree with this, she said that she's an ageist and she don't like old people. And you who have had dinners together with friends.
Oh, I've been called an ageist
where
before.
you have literally to your face had people say to you, you need to stop talking about old people.
I had a woman who's not that much older than me get upset about the fact that I said, how old is she? I'm not even saying how old is she?
Go on.
How old is she?
She's near 40.
She's like, okay, she's not even 40, okay? Okay, so I had someone who we are so far apart in age be like I was shitting on old people when
She said tread lightly.
She was like,
she literally at the dinner table told you tread lightly.
I was like, what is wrong? I don't like her. I don't. I'm saying it on the podcast. I'm not gonna say her name, but
you will not say her name. That's fair.
I would have said her name.
Stop.
But
That's
I didn't
fair.
say it.
That's fair.
I don't really like her. She's a
All
little
right.
extra.
Okay. So Lindsay Lohan, Renee, anything else about Renee? But Renee
got that.
But Renee, funny. Please. As I am sweating bullets. But Renee, I like Renee.
She's great.
And she's an incredible singer.
Yeah, she sings
That's
well.
why I really like her, because she really can sing. And
It's like effortless. It's very like.
I don't have no desire to go see Mean Girls. There's no part of me that cares about that, because I never saw the first one.
Well, because remember when the Sex Lives of College Girls came out, I was
You
like,
told
oh,
me
you
about
should
that,
watch this
and I
show.
liked it.
And it's so good.
Sherry Shepherd was the black girl's mom.
Yeah, so she's been on my radar for a couple years.
What happened with that show? Is it still on? I heard second season wasn't that good. Did you tell me
I
that?
think I told you that because it wasn't.
And it's done?
No, I think it got renewed for season 3. That's Mindy Kaling's show.
Sherry got a lot of shows.
Yeah, Sherry working.
I mean, because that talk show check is nice.
Taraji just told us that these bitches is working. Not enough bread. Got to work.
She did.
Got to keep a check. She just told us.
Niecy Nash said in her speech last night, there was a part where she got up and she thanked herself, but she also said,
That's funny too.
To every black woman and every brown and every woman of color who have went and lived a life of being undervalued and over-policed.
Oof.
I see you. And a word, honey.
A word.
Makes me emotional right now. A word.
Oof.
And I could feel like she was setting captives free, because it's like that ideal of like, the truth is the truth.
I feel like I've been watching black women specifically
Yeah.
be way better than the white counterpart and be sitting here having a conversation like this is valid. Like I really, really, really don't like that shit.
Well, I mean, not only that, it's like having black women who we know, we know personally, but also black women that we see on television, actors and whatnot, who are the top of the line being, I mean, like in world, we would never even live in a world, which is why it doesn't exist. We don't hear Meryl Streep talking about pay. Now, there is gender equality, so men are getting paid more than Meryl Streep.
Certainly.
But we don't hear Meryl griping about it, because
because Meryl's a paid-ass bitch.
Good old Julia Roberts, the girl.
A paid-ass bitch.
The girl.
What's that redheaded one's name?
She's red.
Julia Roberts?
Yeah.
No, the other one. The redhead white woman?
No, I was going to say Kate Blanchett.
The one...
You talking about Jessica Chastain?
No, that's not who I'm talking about. She's older than her.
Oh, Julianne Moore.
That's who I'm talking about. That's the redheaded white woman I'm talking about. Yep.
I went down the
They're not worried about no checks. They're not.
Why they don't talk about it.
They're not worried about
checks. I mean, I heard that Ellen Pompeo is her name.
From
Grey's Anatomy?
Grey's Anatomy? Okay, yeah.
I think that she's getting paid like $5 million an episode or something. Huge numbers.
Maybe not 5 million, but a lot.
I mean, think about it. If the cast of Friends was getting paid their last season 20 years ago $1 million.
Yeah.
So I think she might
Charlie Sheen was getting $2 million an episode.
And he's a fool.
Is
he dead?
No, he's not dead. No, he's not dead.
I didn't know that.
No, Charlie Sheen is not dead.
No, well, I hope he's happy.
He probably is.
Oh, good. Let's go to Ozempic. Some of these bitches gonna die.
Okay, actually though, Ozempic is wild.
Yes.
Because, so like, I just remember like everyone being like, because it was like people was getting like gastric sleeves and stuff and but it would be, they'd lose a lot of weight, but it was like over the course of like a year, over the course of like 18 months. These Ozempic bitches are like, like like, okay, these are the Ozempic bodies I have noticed. Or I'm just like, you look a lot thinner than you did 6 months ago, than you did a year ago.
Oh, you want to say names?
Yeah, I'm saying all these bitches' names.
Okay.
Mindy Kaling, you're mad funny. It's giving Ozempic. Oprah, it's giving Ozempic.
She said that.
What's her name? DuVernay? It's giving Ozempic. Kelly Clarkson, it's giving Ozempic. I like all you. I don't dislike any of you, but it's just giving Ozempic. I'm like,
conversation supposed to go.
I'm like,
I'm
like, damn. Like
this is what happens when I do not. I said Ozempic and have a fucking go way. We gonna go about this conversation, and I just let you go, and I knew why I should not have done that.
What do you have on your Ozempic?
Because it was not gonna be about these bitches that we know.
No, it's crazy.
One funny thing, my grandmother, who was 84 years old. So to the audience, I have a grandmother that passed away 4 months ago. And I also have a grandmother who's 84, my grandma Mary Jo, who's still alive. She's the funniest woman I know. She's funny. I love her. Well, she said to me the other day.
Mary Jo gave me some seasoning.
She did.
And when I tell you the seasoning is great and I need more.
I'll tell her that.
I've been meaning to say that. I need more and I need a bigger one.
I'll tell her that.
I need the
she
bigger
would like
one.
That.
Yeah,
that may make her feel better.
That's what I need. Like
Mary Jo, when I saw her in April, well, you know she was gonna give you a big one. I know,
and I'm like, what the? When you said she was gonna give me a bigger one, I was like, what the fuck? Why did you let me get the big one?
Because I could not. It took a lot for me to get through the airport. They was wanting to stop it,
and so I need new seasoning from Grandma.
She's a great cook. Well, Grandma Mary Jo said to me about Kelly Clarkson. She said, "Ooh, child, I was looking at the TV and that Kelly Clarkson girl, that shit got to be Ozempic." I said, maybe. Well, here's the conversation. Well, the Daily Mail did a article where Ozempic, Modervo, Wegovy, all of them are being sued by thousands of people because women in particular are having bad side effects from Ozempic.
Well, because they're not using Ozempic for what the fuck it's supposed to be prescribed for. It's like a diabetes medication, right?
It is a diabetes medication.
And you hoes are using it to get skinny. And now you using, now that's like, what was that shit Donald Trump was telling niggas to use?
No, that was bleach.
Like, coaxilin. Donald Trump was
something like that.
Donald Trump was telling people to use some shit that it was not designed for. And then.
So many people are getting paralysis of the stomach.
Yeah.
But here's where the lawsuits come in, because I know you are litigious.
I am.
And I think they got some Ozempic and these brands have some money they will have to pay because the people are saying that they are not saying in the side effects. They're not publicizing.
Well, because
that stomach paralysis will happen or could happen. You know, all other commercials show you if you got this may cause erect penis for 6 hours.
These bitches would not care if it caused stomach paralysis. The goal is to be thin. There has been an incredible. These bitches.
But you don't think it's stupid on the company's part?
BBLs are incredibly dangerous, and it is the #1 requested surgery of the day. And people die getting BBLs all the time. But don't nobody give a shit because they want the body. And that's the same thing them Ozempic bitches want too. They don't want the gastric sleeve because that's more work. It's the surgery. It's all this shit. You could get a couple Ozempic shots and be a skinny bitch.
Let me read some of like the horrifying accounts of some of what some of these women had. 5 of these women that are filing lawsuits had to be hospitalized. One of them was hospitalized for 4 weeks and had to also have a gallbladder removed. One woman is claiming that she vomited so much that her teeth fell out.
Did any of these women use this drug for diabetes?
I don't know. This
is diabetes medication.
Another said that she underwent 9 hours of life-threatening surgery because of a bowel injury, and that she would be in pain for the rest of her life and will never have a solid bowel movement again.
Well, I mean, I don't know if you know you're gonna be in pain for the rest of your life.
But you know they trying to get money.
This
That's
seems
the
like
bottom line.
part of it. You know, I just watched this thing on Netflix. What was it? Follow the House of Usher, and it was about the evil sides of like about like the pharmaceutical industry. And it was a really interesting document. It was like a fictionalization.
Right.
Kind of met like Edgar Allan Poe
Okay.
on Netflix about but like the crux was like the problems with the pharmaceutical industry. And like some part of me feels like this. You didn't want to go to the gym. You didn't want to eat better. There are ways to lose weight. They're not as fast and they're not as easy. And I've never had a weight problem. I should say this. I have never had a weight problem. So I don't know but I imagine that if I had one, you can't just take the shortcuts come with bullshit. Shortcuts are not a good idea usually.
But that's life in general.
Life generally tells you that if you take a shortcut, there's probably some reason it's a shortcut and probably isn't what you should be doing. So if none of these bitches had diabetes, which is I'm sure what their lawyers are gonna say, and they can afford them because bitches is buying this shit. Like if you, yeah.
Cameron Stevenson, who's an attorney for 100 of the clients that are suing because they say that they got stomach paralysis, he said that
I shouldn't be laughing about stomach paralysis.
Yeah, that sounds
funny.
painful.
It does.
He said, quote, the point. Yeah, it does. He said, quote, the point is that the drugs carry with them a potentially permanent side effect that can have extreme effects on someone's health and their life. You have to put that on the warning. So that's the part.
There's an episode of Rick and Morty.
Okay.
Where
they talk about Ozempic?
No.
Oh.
There's an episode of Rick and Morty where the devil opens up a pawn shop.
Okay.
And people come in and he's like, this typewriter will, give you the best-selling book ever. And they're like, how much does it cost? He's like, you don't pay now. And everyone was just like, okay. And he's like, you come in. They're like, you can, this will, all right, word. And then the typewriter writes a best-selling novel that it's a best-selling horror novel. And then the horror novel happens to you. Like that's like the side, that's the payoff for this nice little shortcut. And that's to me what Ozempic is about. I don't think that anyone should be sick or that's not
no,
cool.
And I think that it's,
and I'm sure the pharmaceutical industry is evil. I'm certain
yeah,
about all
but
these
I
things.
also think that with new things comes ignorance at times, and I believe that they're gonna have to learn the hard way that
those bitches, they Ozempic.
Say it again.
They those bitches, they Ozempic.
Right, but
what is the they you were talking about? You said they're gonna have to learn.
The companies, the brands who make the drugs,
Ozempic, okay?
They're going to have to learn how to protect themselves from a legal standpoint. Let the people know that, bitch, you take Ozempic and you may have stomach paralysis and you may never stop shitting.
And I tell you, these hoes are going to keep buying it. They do need to put
Those
that in
two
there.
different conversations. That's true.
They do need to put it in there.
They're going to buy it, but I think that because, they do, again, you who definitely is litigious, they do have some solid grounds. If you're not telling someone that they could fucking
they're going to get
shit their ass until perpetuity, then they need some money. Run me my money.
They're going to. They're going to pay out some bread.
Now, here's also what I thought.
It ain't going to be more bread than Ozempic's getting in right now, but.
Here's another little angle to that. Well, on Sunday at one of those award shows, the Critics' Choice Awards, we know it's award season.
Yeah, it's award season.
They showed a video.
And there's it's like a lot of delayed award season.
That's it too. Yes.
Yeah, so it's
that was one delay when I think Critics' Choice should have been in November, but
Emmys
because
were
of
also
the writers,
delayed
right?
Too. Yeah.
Well, they showed Oprah posted a video of all of them eating pizza out of a bag. Because I don't know if they don't have no money, but they didn't give them lamb chops or nothing. But it's Taraji.
Pizza out of a bag?
Yeah, it's like a bag pizza. They're like passing out bags, and inside is pizza. And it looks horrible. And it's Taraji, Danielle Brooks, Fantasia, and Oprah. The funny thing about it, which is why I mentioned Ozempic, was that Fantasia looks at the camera and she is like, I want some lamb chops. That's what she says to the camera. As the person. Fantasia, not Fantasia, what's the girl named? Taraji's eating. You know Danielle is eating.
Pizza in a bag?
The pizza. Oprah, on the other hand, is looking at the camera saying, I don't want to mess up my lipstick.
Mm-hmm.
And TikTok was not buying that. They said, Oprah, It's Ozempic, bitch.
I can see. Oprah is not
Oprah
eating no
loves
pizza.
bread.
Oprah is not eating no pizza out no bag.
Oprah loves bread. She's a
Oprah
Mississippi.
is not eating no pizza out of no bag on no camera. Ain't no fucking shot.
Maybe that's it. Maybe
Oprah has
that's
not
it.
been to the bank since 1987.
She have not.
Okay? She's not eating pizza out of a bag. Shit. I don't think me at the Critic Choice Awards is eating pizza out of a bag. And I am not in Oprah's financial situation. Okay?
Somebody on TikTok said about that video. Fantasia said, where the meat? Oprah is like, I'm on Ozempic. I'm not hungry. That's funny. And Taraji is hungry as fuck.
I'm hungry. I don't have time for this shit.
Which is what I thought when I saw Oprah, because it's like Oprah who have literally cemented in all of our minds, I love bread.
Sure.
Oprah ain't eating that fucking pizza because she don't have an appetite.
Oprah's not eating that pizza because I cannot see Oprah eating no pizza out of a bag. I really can't.
If Oprah can get
out
on
of
her
a
show,
bag,
you ever saw that video where Oprah is?
I'm trying to picture the type of bag. Is it a Birkin bag? Is it a Birkin bag made of pizzas? Is it a Teflon?
No,
what is it?
It's like a little.
Is it
like
a Ziploc
sandwich bag?
They're eating. No way is Oprah
like a
eating no
sandwich
damn
bag.
pizza out no fucking Ziploc.
It's a
At
sandwich
an
bag.
award show on a camera? No.
Let's talk about Drake and Mos Def before we end it with Lil Nas.
Drake and Mos Def?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's been a very interesting conversation. Mos Def recently did an interview where he was asked, does he think that Drake represents hip hop? Is Drake a hip hop artist?
Is Drake a hip hop artist, and does Drake represent hip hop are two different questions. Drake is a very popular artist who is also a rich Canadian Jewish actor.
Quick thing. He was asked in an interview, I was trying to find my notes. He was asked in an interview if he considered Drake to be hip hop. If Mos Def, he was asked if he considered Drake to be hip hop.
Yeah, Drake is hip hop.
All right.
I think so.
He said, which is what started the controversy, he says, why are you doing this to me? Drake is pop to me in the sense like if I was in Target in Houston and I heard a Drake song, it feels like a lot of his music is compatible with shopping, maybe shopping with a certain age. It's likable, but I don't consider it hip hop.
Okay. Fair.
I thought that was fair. I would hear
fair.
Drake in Target.
Drake makes lots of stuff. So like he's got songs that are more hip hoppy than others.
Mm-hmm.
But Drake definitely has songs that are like bona fide, certified, all the way up and through hip hop.
But I also think that I understand why street cred wide, I suppose people would run with that, with what Mos said. Now, Mos Def was being asked, so he didn't just blast Drake. He was asked, will you consider Drake to be a hip hop artist?
Which is yes.
Yeah.
Versus
which he said,
100%.
He said pop. But I've said this to you before. I think that Drake is I think he is really a pop artist. He's incredibly popular.
I mean, pop. What is pop, and like what pop music
used to be
changes.
popular music.
That's what it
Yeah.
exactly. So, but I mean, like pop music inherently kind of changes every couple years.
Mm-hmm.
Because like pop music in 2000 was Destiny's Child, and NSYNC, and Britney, and then pop music in 2004 was like Linkin Park, and
Black Eyed Peas,
and Paramore, like and Panic at the Disco, right? And then pop music in 2010, 11, 12 was like the Migos, and Drake, and Rihanna,
and Onika,
Taylor Swift, Nicki. Yes, of course. Pop music then moved to like Shawn Mendes, Camila Cabello, went whiter again.
Oh, yeah, I don't
Taylor
know.
Swift.
Okay.
And then now pop music is actually country. And it's like Morgan Wallen. And like there are a lot of like the top pop, like but it moves around.
Beyonce.
She was like, when Beyonce was doing like pop that was like the pop that was like check on it, Beyonce. Baby boy.
So
Beyonce.
you don't think this Renaissance era is pop music?
Nah. It's not that. It's not like, because pop is like radio popular, not like popular.
I get it.
It's like radio popular, which Renaissance
Yeah.
isn't. Great album,
Yeah.
but not pop. No.
I think arguably her most successful album. Well, the tour.
most successful tour, most
I don't know.
successful
I don't know the
album.
I don't know about that.
I don't know about that. That's probably either I Am Sasha Fierce
Right, or B-Day.
or Beyonce.
Oh, in 2013. I like that album.
Or
That one changed the game.
her first one. That one's also
Oh, no,
really
you
good.
know, that's the one.
Yeah,
you know, that's my favorite one.
That's your favorite one, but like her most
Dangerously
popular.
in Love.
I think her, yeah, and I think her most popular.
But that was very
album,
R&B too
I
at
think
the
it's I Am
time.
Sasha Fierce is her most popular album because that's like Single Ladies and Halo, and I think those are two of her biggest songs.
Well, Drake pretty much he didn't really respond. He put a interview on. I think his response was an interview of Method Man, where Method Man was describing what he thought a hip hop artist was, and he goes into detail how hip hop is a way of life. Hip hop is how you dress. Hip hop is how you look. Hip hop is different sounds. I think it's Drake basically way of
Ooh,
saying.
that's a lot. That's a lot. That's a weighted statement.
It could be a weighted statement.
Hip hop is a way of life. It's how you dress. So if you don't
Yeah,
dress, if you don't dress right, you don't make hip hop. That doesn't sound right. Because I can make a hip hop record.
You could make a hip hop record.
I have hip
think
hop
you
records.
could.
I have rap records, hip hop records. I have those. Do I dress like a hip hop
Here's
rapper?
what- here's
Do I
what-
dress like Most Def?
Here's what Here's what Method Man, which is what Drake replied. That was his way of replying to Most Def.
I like Method Man.
I like
too.
Method Man. Method Man said hip hop is a culture. It's a way of life. The way you dress, the way you talk, the way you walk. It's the breakdancing, rhyme, stage show, DJ, mixing, and scratching. The wordplay. That's hip hop.
One of my friends, Mike Bitch, we threw his new album up a couple weeks ago, and Mike is like a rapper. Mm-hmm. He's like a really good rapper,
Right.
and we were talking recently about him trying to be a transition from someone who's a good rapper to someone who makes good songs,
Okay.
because those are two different things.
Yeah.
And because like me, I'm like a songwriter.
You are.
On Tuesdays, I'm a rapper.
Yeah,
Sometimes
yeah.
I think I'm a rapper, but like I'm not really like. I don't consider myself to be a rapper.
Are you a singer?
I get more so. I guess it depends on who you ask. But I think like so sometimes when you're having a conversation about like with like a Drake who is an artist who is incredibly popular, but does things that aren't necessarily always rapping, like he makes other types of songs. I think that's how you get to like that kind of conversation, that type of.
And it makes sense coming from Mos Def. Of course, he has a very I would imagine that he has a very straightforward and very clear and definitive description or idea of what he think hip hop is. He's coming from a different generation.
We never cheersed
We never did. Well, it's empty now. Well, I gotta open this one then.
to the next one because we about to do this edit in this room.
Oh, God. And I'm so happy.
Yeah.
Oh, cheers. Okay.
Cheers. Actually, okay, so last week, Oko came in and edited an episode with me, or most of one. All right?
I like the peach better.
Way better. Actually, they're both good.
I really like it, but I like the peach.
I like this. I think I might like the peach more too. Yeah. And so
It's floral, which is
Very.
interesting coming from peach.
I mean, peach is kind of floral.
Okay.
So last week, Oko came in to edit an episode with me.
Yeah.
So he could see exactly what is going on kind of like behind the scenes. How was that for you?
It was you know what? It took away the excitement of I so like that it's your thing that when I hear a new episode, it's like how is he going to put it together?
Yeah.
Even though you're not putting it together, but you're all putting it together.
Yeah.
Like we may take out a couple names.
Yeah.
We may take out a couple air spaces, which we do a lot of talking too. So
Yeah.
you've told me that it's not that much air
We're not pulling that much air out now.
Right. So I like the surprise of it. So it made it to where last week's, and we had this conversation prior to this, but it made it to where last week episode I have not listened to, but you had to remind me it was because I edited it with you, which is why I feel like
I don't watch episodes.
Which is why I feel like I've seen it or I was a part of it. I thought it was great.
Yeah.
I thought it was great. I thought it was also shows that there is a method to all of this, that we really work at it. So when people come to us and say that they like how you're able to go back and forth and someone said to me about, I don't remember what clip it was that you put, where they were like, I like how you guys, I think it was the Nicki clip where you didn't really want to talk about Nicki. Mm-hmm. They liked how it was just when I was asking you, are you a fan?
The silence.
Yeah, and how you went back and forth. And I think that just like with that, I've had people say that they like the flow of the topics and how we do remain current and all of this shit.
Yeah.
So I think that it showed me that we both have our parts in making this work.
Certainly.
Now we have the basis of it is a friendship, but we friends regardless of these cameras.
We are friends regardless of these cameras.
Yeah, this has nothing to do with that.
Me and Oko talk every day.
Yeah, so that's different. But I think it works. I really do think it works. So it really just made me realize that I couldn't do it. I couldn't be an editor. I don't have it in me.
It's definitely
It's not anything I find joyful, even though I didn't hate it, but I also found it
you
to
also
be
weren't
like...
doing it.
That right. I was
And
just
didn't want
looking
to.
and drinking wine.
Yeah, we were
I literally
drinking
told
wine.
you I would not do it.
Yeah, he was
I
like,
I watch. So are we going to end it with Montero?
Nas X.
Montero, you mentioned on your birthday episode how he had been accepted into Liberty University.
Yes.
And then I fact checked in that live because I had just wrote down how Liberty said, "We do not know you, sinner." Well,
Literally.
He literally said that. We do not know you. You go back to what you've been doing. But since then, he's dropped a video called J. Christ that, as of today, and it's been out for 4 days, have gotten 7.5 million views.
Okay.
Which is not bad. I don't know
No,
numbers.
I mean, it's definitely popular.
Right.
It's not break the internet. So the first time he did it, tempting with the conservative right.
Yeah.
And
You mean
the
with the blood
religiosity
shoes and,
with the blood shoes and the twerking on the devil.
Yeah.
The first time he did it, it elicited a very big response. Mad views in the first 24 hours, song went #1, all these things. Mm-hmm. With this now 2-3 years later, it's it's kind of like the exact same marketing ploy.
It is.
And very obviously someone on his team saying, or someone on management, someone with some control, maybe him, probably not him, saying,
he does a good job of making you think it's him.
rinse, wash, and repeat.
Right.
It might be him.
Right.
Saying,
Would you
hey,
say that
this,
though, that he does a good job?
I would say that he does.
Because he's good with social media.
He is, but this is because he's so good with social media, the fact that this is so similar to something he did 2-3 years ago.
You feel like he's somebody else.
He would know that this is so similar to something he did 2 or 3 years ago.
Kind of feel like keep doing it.
And that in the age of social media, that won't really probably work because it's the exact same thing.
Right.
And so now the Montero song was cool. I also think I like that record more. Mm-hmm. I also think it wasn't
Was it Sorry to Bother You? I think that album was called Sorry to Bother You.
Not the album, but the song, just Montero.
Okay.
Which is him twerking on the devil.
Yeah.
I'll put it in a clip.
Yeah, sure. Give me some.
Oh, wait, no. The clips play over here.
They do.
The clips over here. I'll put in a clip. Okay? So the Montero, the twerking, the is relatively offensive. This new one, I would argue, is a little bit more offensive, and the song is a little bit worse.
Well, he went on to...
but I like you, Lil Nas X. I think
we
it's
like
cool.
you, Montero.
We like you.
We really do. I like you,
you're
Lil Nas
sexy.
X. You're hot.
Yeah, you're cool.
And I always go back to, and I've said this to you countless times, and I will always say this, that when I saw that video of him and he's walking down like God with a nice bust down, center part, looking good and just all white.
With the pigtails?
Yes, with the white nails. Yeah. They're white. And he got sexy choker.
I saw they were elongated.
Yeah, he got a sexy choker. I'm telling you, if I had that in 1998, I just don't know. It makes me emotional because I don't know.
You mean in 1998 as a thing to be watching?
Yes, as an 8-year-old.
Yeah, as an 8-year-old.
I just don't know. It would have blew my mind.
Sure.
Now, I'm from that generation where we mentioned RuPaul in an episode last week. I remember seeing RuPaul on Any Day Now, which was a Lifetime series that was in the late 90s about a black woman and a white woman being friends. and one of them had dated a man who, at their class reunion, came back as fucking RuPaul. So what they knew to be a man when they were children was a woman, because they were drag queen in the present. And to this day, I remember that. Because I can remember thinking in 99, watching it with my mom, it was like a part of me felt seen.
Sure.
Deeply. So I just imagine that a world where Lil Nas X is fucking wearing a bust down with white nails and body yaddy yaddy. Mm-hmm. What an incredible moment to live in for those of us who had to hear about DL men being gay. Sure. That we don't even fucking know are gay even to this day. But you had to find something. Like you had to I won't say that. But you had to find someone. No, you had to find someone where you were like, oh, well, he wanted me and him the same. So I don't know. I have a couple things that I do. I will say I agree with you about Lil Nas X. The video is incredible. He got Michael Jackson, the impersonation, Mariah Carey. It's a lot of things going on in that video, but
I don't think, okay, so maybe I didn't like the song. Maybe I was watching it during it was during my I don't know what happened, but I didn't finish it. But I got through him in the nails. I got through him on the cross. I got through some of these visuals, and then I was like, I'm over it. I didn't finish it because I'm just like, it's a little gimmicky. God, okay. So here's a clip from an episode from a couple weeks ago. I think this is maybe the New Year's episode.
That is New Year's, yeah.
I think it's maybe the New Year's episode. So here's the clip. Trump unified like a base of Republicans, the MAGA Republicans, the really extreme conservatives, white people. But all white people all white people aren't pro-Trump. It's probably like 25% of them that are. And he's managed to like get that base.
25% of white people?
Yeah. Maybe 50% of white people.
Yeah, let's go up
maybe 50%, but like it's not. It was up it a little bit, but like a little bit more. I mean, but
70 million of them bitches voted for him.
Yeah, that is true. That is very true. So we posted that clip, and we got some interesting comments. Trump unified like a base. And so I just I'm going to read them off to you, and you respond. Okay. So. We admit only 70 million voted for Trump. How many voted for Biden?
More than 70, bitch. He won. You dummy.
Trump is irrelevant.
True.
You can't take them serious with them. You can't take them serious with them has hairstyles.
Your bald head daddy would love our hairstyles.
And you can't fucking read.
Yeah, your bald head daddy would love our hairstyles. You told him to put down the Just for Men and let's see what his hair look like.
And
bitch.
Yeah, bitch. and they want Obama for the fourth term?
We would take him. We would take Obama. Get these old white men to the nursing home. Yes. Yeah. Let's do that.
Definitely would take Obama without question, obviously.
And why are they saying fourth term when it would be Obama third term?
Yeah, fucking you guys are idiots. You're over here talking shit. This has likes, you dummies. Okay, let's try this one. What's the point? That's 50% of one group. What's the point? That 50% of one group are the problem, but no questions when 80% of another group support another party and the other 20% are shamed for having a different opinion?
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Bitch, go away.
Can you say racist?
Is that the comment?
Yeah.
Racist?
Can you say racist?
Go to Cracker Barrel.
It's literally no one even...
Go have a nice dinner at Cracker Barrel.
Okay. If not Trump, then who? Biden?
Yeah, Biden.
yeah, just Biden, yeah. Biden.
And that's coming, that's a lot coming from me.
Biden.
Yeah, Biden.
Yeah, Biden. He doesn't understand the topic. Discredited.
Who? Is that what the person said?
He doesn't understand the topic. Discredited.
Okay, thank you.
And the highest black vote and Latino and most ever I'm sorry, let me read it, what they wrote.
Yeah, read what they wrote.
And highest black vote and Latino and most ever by incumbent president. Life was better under Trump.
You're full of shit and you're lying. All you did is just lie because Latinos or blacks did not have the highest. Bitch, go away.
He probably had the highest black and Latino vote of
Republicans?
of Republicans.
Maybe.
Something like that.
I don't even know if that's true because I feel like more Latinos voted for George W. Bush than Trump. He was not a flaming racist.
I have no idea.
Not openly. We ain't forgot about what you done either, Bush. With Katrina,
Ooh, this is a good one. Jesus is calling y'all to repentance. And I say this with so much love.
Let's repent. Let's repent. Close your eyes. God, get rid of white people. That's the repent. Just get rid of get rid of white people. That's all. Go on. You know that was a white person.
Yeah, I do.
That wouldn't even fucking be a black person saying
it definitely wasn't that.
Go on.
Try 80%.
We know it was more. We know.
In case no one has told you today, Jesus loves you in case no one has told you today, Jesus loves you very much and he made you very special. This is your sign, friend. Go to him.
Listen to me very carefully. There is not a time that I do not stand in the light of God. There is not a moment that I do not know that God loves me. So thank you for the clarification of what I already know and what I live. Find him.
Go to him. Narcissist.
Okay, can I say something about that? How are we narcissists? We have yet to say anything about ourselves in that clip.
That part. Where's the narcissism? We're not talking about us.
A show about two niggas, I could understand narcissist. But that clip does not make sense. Unless they watched the show.
Which they didn't.
They did not. Go away and stop using words that you've heard on the internet.
And lastly, chill out, Whoopi. You're the stereotype Biden supporter. And now look how shitty we doing.
I suppose I'm Whoopi.
I hope it's not me who's Whoopi.
It's me, because you didn't really say nothing. All right, as Whoopi, I will say thank you for watching and take a little time to enjoy the view, honey.
That part.
Bitch.
Episode 10.
Episode 10. Thank you guys for watching. This has been good.
In the can.
This has been good.
Yeah, this has been
good
great.
episode.
I'm excited for the next 10 episodes.
Bye.
Bye.
Silly asses.